Hi, this is Prof. Stacy, and I wanted to share with you a brief tutorial on the command-demand continuum. That is, this is a continuum of how our economy is organized, or how are resources allocated among the people of the globe, among people within an individual nation or a state. And one way to look at it is to look at the command-demand continuum. So let's take a look. We're going to use my handy-dandy sumo wrestlers as a prop here. So we have this sumo guy is going to represent the demand continuum. And we got this guy here. He's going to represent the command end of the continuum. And my theory about this is, the reason I'm using my little sumo guys here, is that this is a constant battle. These guys are fighting back and forth all the time. Yes, it should be demand. No, it should be command. We should plan it. No, it should be demand. Just let stuff happen and let the demand work it all out. No, we gotta organize it. So, constant battle between these two all the time. And this is like where all ethics, public policy, politics, everything all happens on this continuum. So it's super cool for us to take a look at it. So let's start with the command guy over here. And his name is, hello, my name is Plato. My name is Plato. My name's Plato. I think there's three groups of people. There are philosophers, there are warriors, and they're workers. And I think that the philosophers, who are obviously the smartest dudes around, they should organize everything. And everybody in society should submit their will to the collective. And that's how you make an awesome society, is like, we, the smart people, will organize everything. Then come along this guy. He says, what? I'm Aristotle. Hello, my name is Aristotle. I think the role of government is not justice, not trying to create a perfect economy. The role of government is to make sure that people have the freedom to live like they want and live a beautiful life and do beautiful things. And that would be super awesome if we could do that. So we don't need to create equality or make justice or economic justice or any kind of that stuff. And Karl Marx comes along and says, no, that's so totally wrong. I'm all for a command economy because, in your way of thinking over there, all that's going to happen is the rich are going to get richer and the poor are going to get poorer and the gap's going to get bigger and bigger. And then you know what happens? The gap gets bigger and bigger. Revolution! It's global revolution! It's a revolution! So the inevitable result of any capitalist society is going to be communism. So we should have a command economy. We should actually totally, completely plan it. Then we get this dude. That's messed up. If you do that, then we're going to have all kinds of shortages, and we're going to have surpluses because nobody's smart enough to figure all this stuff out. So let's use the invisible hand. The invisible hand. Just let people do whatever they're going to do, and prices will be what they are, and people demand a lot, prices will be high, and if they don't want it, the price will be low, and all this stuff will be worked out. So we should do invisible hand. My name is Adam Smith. Invisible hand. Then we got this guy, Enrico. Enrico's like, what? I figured out that, eventually capitalism leads to the Pareto efficient. You know what that means? That means that anybody that has better stuff, if I get better, that means somebody else is getting worse. So there's no expanding pie. It's not all boats rise. Like, if I get richer, you're going to get poorer. Ah! That's what Enrico says. Then we get this guy coming along. He says, hello, I'm David Ricardo. There's a theory of trade that says even if there's a rich country and there's a poor country, everybody should focus on doing what they do. So if there's free trade, then everybody is going to be better because
you should focus on what you have the comparative advantage in. This is my theory of comparative advantage. So focus on what you do, and the poor country is going to get richer, and the rich country is going to get richer, and everybody's going to be happier. I'm David Ricardo. So that's how it's going so far. We got the command dude, we got the demand dude, and they're arguing back and forth. Then along comes Ernesto. He says, no, that's a terrible thing to do. We cannot just let everybody do what they want to do. Again, the rich are exploiting the poor all around the world. We need a national revolution. We need land distribution. I'm going to take all the rich people's land and redistribute it. You know what? Let's just have the government run it. That would be even better. Yeah. And we just got to make everything equal. Everybody be the same and it'll all work out. Now that's the way you should do it. Totally. Then Henriette comes along. Oh, and by the way, Ernesto would say that, by doing it this way, by redistributing the land, educating people, making sure everybody's got a good education, everybody's got health care, it's a beautiful thing. I'm totally willing to sacrifice my own personal comfort to help out other people. And that's what I'm all about. That's what Elche is about. So he wants to make sure that, people are equal, and I'm willing to be less rich to help other people be more equal. That's cool. Then we got Ein, and she's all about objectivism, and she says, no, that's crazy. That's crazy talk. If you want to be super moral, what you need to do is you need to look out for your own self-interest. The more you focus on yourself, the better it's going to be. So you're crazy. When you sacrifice, that means that basically the poor people are stealing from you. I don't want anybody stealing from me. If I want to give them something, I'll give it to them. But I don't want anybody telling me what to do. I want God telling me what to do. I want the church telling me what to do. I want government telling me what to do. I want to do what I want to do. I want to be free. And that's the way things will work out way better. And I don't want you holding the gun to my head and taking my money. I worked hard for it. So best way things work out is self-interest. That's the way it should work. So self-interest, invisible hand, free market economy, demand economy. Totally. Along comes this guy, Bernie. Feel the burn. No way, that's a terrible idea. That's all again that's happening, is the rich are getting richer, the poor are getting poorer. The corporations are exploiting us. It's a terrible thing. We need $15 minimum wage. We need to tax all the rich people. We need to have estate taxes again because people are dying and they're giving their money to their kids, and that's wrong. Kids should make their own money. So, and free education, get you a free education. So again, command economy. And then, she was before Bernie, but I really want to end with Margaret Thatcher, besties with Ronald Reagan. Margaret says, and you know what? I'm not going to do Margaret. I'm going to actually show you guys a video because this is an awesome video of Margaret Thatcher talking about what she thinks about, the rich and the poor, and poor getting richer, and rich getting richer, and poorer, and whatnot. So let's watch this video. Here we go.
And much less well provided than it was in 1979. Surely she accepts that is not a record that she or any Prime Minister can be proud of.
All levels of income are better off than they were in 1979. But what the Honourable Member is saying is that he would rather the poor were poorer, provided the rich were less rich. That way you will never create the wealth for That we have. And what a policy! Yes, he would rather have the poor poorer, provided the rich were less. That is a liberal policy. Yes, it came out. He didn't intend it to, but he did. I give way to the honourable gentleman.
The Prime Minister is aware that I detest every single one of the domestic
Detest the policies.
I think that the honourable gentleman knows that I have the same contempt for his...
I have contempt for your stuff, boo. Ba-doo.
I think I must have hit the right nail on the head when I pointed out that the logic of those policies are they'd rather have the poor poorer. Once they start to talk about the gap, they'd rather the gap than that. Down here. That. Not that.
That, not that.
Or that.
That, not that.
So long as the gap is smaller, so long as the gap is smaller, they'd rather have the poor poorer. You do not create wealth and opportunity that way. You do not create a property-owning democracy that way.
Alright, so I really hope you enjoy my little video, and I hope you have a better understanding.
Around the globe, the maldistribution
pause
of
this.
wealth.
I hope you have a better understanding of this supply, this command-demand continuum, and that you can make arguments around this. And then just in closing, I do want to share some really cool books with you, and these are like some oldies but goodies if you want to learn a little bit more about poverty and how to change some of things, because we all know that the world's not perfect, and basically this command-demand continuum is about what's the best approach to alleviate poverty, to solve some of these problems in our society. And as Margaret Thatcher says, what do you want? Do you want the gap this? You want this? How do we do? You want this? How do we figure this stuff out? And I have some great books for you. First of all, if you want that super command end of the continuum, like let's plan it all, let's figure it all out, and you're looking for somebody besides, Bernie, but you're looking for some other popular U.S. American economist that is on that end of the continuum, I highly recommend to you Naomi Klein, The Shock Doctrine. She is very much a socialist and is very leaning towards all kinds of deliberalization, not liberalization, but deliberalization. In other words, a lot of regulation, taking over, I think she pretty much purports to take over all oil producing, all energy production should be government owned. And then she talks about how basically global economic crises have been a way for capitalist free market people who are on the demand end of the continuum to kind of advance their agenda, the Milton Friedmans of the world kind of thing. People who are like, where is John Galt? She's kind of against those kind of people. All right. So to back off the continuum and maybe just talk about some strategies of how to get at some of these things. So real quick, before I'm on my last minute here, some really cool books. Fortune at the Bottom Period, C.K. Prahalad, may rest in peace, recently passed away, but this freaking awesome book about Fortune at the Bottom Pyramid. Fried Zakaria, I think one of our great American economists and political thinkers. This is a fantastic book to teach you a lot. Creating a World Without Poverty, Eunice, awesome, another great book. Poor Economics, great book there. And More Than Good Intentions by Carland and Apple. So it's some really good books if you're interested in kind of global poverty, how to change the world, that kind of thing. Really kind of turns some of the
giving and stuff on its head. Okay, I'm out of time.